welcome back to Steph's Design Space. My name is Stephanie, the lover of all things junk journal, paper, vintage, etc. and etc. So if that's something that interests you, make sure that you subscribe, like, leave a comment, share, and all the other things. All right, guys. Sorry. I'm in a very good mood today, which is awesome. All right, so this is going to be day 2 of our cover, and today is the day that we are going to do the inside and do the closure that I feel is very unique. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, I did pick a paper to go on the inside. I have discovered through making these covers using the packaging that it is better to cut this in half as opposed to folding it. Generally, I would just fold it. But see how this kind of bubbles up right there in the middle? And that's what it does to the paper, and it kind of makes it wonky. Now, I will say that once that you sew in your signatures, this is not a thing anymore. But for the sake of aesthetics and for the closure, we're going to cut this in half. Okay, so let me get my paper trimmer. And so this is, I don't even remember, 11, right? So 11, that's 5 1/2, but I'm going to do it at 5 1/4. So 5 1/4 and 5 1/4 because I need them not to be touching in the middle because it makes it wonky. So we're going to do 5 1/4. And that's gonna touch, so I'm gonna do 5 1/4 this way. Just cut off. Why does that feel like so much more than 1/4? I don't know. Anyway, whatever. Okay, so we have these two. I can put that up. And we are going to, sorry. I like to round the corners at a 10 because, you know, they're big. And then we are going to ink them because I feel like it gives it depth. Something one of my patrons, we were talking about that last night on our Patreon live. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is something I need to remember to do. So, yay for me, Lisa, I'm remembering. All right, now, these are words that I cannot read. I'm trying to see how this actually went, and I've done got myself discombobulated. I think it's like this. But are they upside down? They feel upside down. All right, now I'm gonna do it like that. I don't want to mess it up or forget. What do I need? Ink. Ink, ink, ink. How is everybody doing on this beautiful Sunday morning? Well, this will be in Sunday afternoon. Because I'm actually filming on Saturday. Because I don't want to miss another weekend. So I'm trying to get the weekend filming done now. So hubby and I can hang out. And I don't have to worry about too much, right? So how are y'all liking these 20-minute videos? I've got a lot of feedback that says y'all just love the 20 minutes and not so much like the mask making and, you know, an hour-long video, which those have their place and I enjoy those. But I will say from a creator's point of view, these are easier to do. And because never, and I'm going to say never, in my whole time of having a YouTube, have I ever done a video every day. Now, I would say I kind of messed up last weekend, but I'm going to give myself some grace and still say that I am so impressed and proud of myself because I am doing this, a video a day. Now, I don't know that I'm going to be able to continue that, and that's okay. Let me make sure this is the front. Okay, this is the front. So this is going to go here, close to the edge. Now, I can't put on the back yet, but I need to... See, this is going to show, but I've already found lace that I want to put down there, so I'm okay with it. Where is the fold? I think the fold is. So this right here is the fold, and I just tore that. So I want this to be right around here, because I can always cover the center if I need to, right, with ticking or what have you, so I'm not stressed about this showing. And again, when you put in signatures, you're not going to see it. I'm just trying to make sure that this is somewhat even, and it is. So I'm going to get Glinda back out and put this on here. These little book weights are so perfect for stuff like this. Okay, I'm gonna get her to get hot, and then we're gonna do this side, but I have to do the closure before I glue this on. So I just want to get this glued on, and then we're gonna do the closure. And y'all, when I did this last night, I was like, it popped into my head when I was on Patreon Zoom, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna try this new closure idea that I have. But I didn't want to try it on camera because, you know, you never know if things are actually going to work out in reality. They always work out in my brain, but they do not always work out in reality, right? Okay, so it doesn't need a lot of glue to glue down, just some. And then if you smush it all out, you don't feel it at all. Now, I will go right under and do that. So at least the edges are glued down. And they're good. Okay, so let me put Glinda back up. All right. Now, this next step does require a slot punch. So if you don't know what a slot punch is, it is a punch. Here, I'm just going to use this because I've already used it for something. It is a punch that does a slot instead of a hole, right? So a lot of ours are hole punches, and then we get an eyelet, and you can absolutely do that if you don't have a slot punch. You could do the same exact thing using an eyelet. I'm just going to use the slot punch because I think it's fun. Okay, so we need the back. And this should be about, yeah, 6 inches. So I need to know where 3 inches is because I want it centered. So that's 6 and 3 is right here. Where is my pencil? So here is 3 and 1, 2, no. There is 3, so this is 3. Now the good thing is I can erase those marks, okay? So I'm going to take the slot punch. Now it has a guide, right? So you need to make sure that your guide is all the way back, as far back as it can go, okay? And then you're going to take it and kind of go right where I made my little 3 mark. So I want it kind of centered. And you do have to kind of, you know, maneuver it and finagle it, squish it. But it is a bubble mailer, so it does pretty well. And then if you're curious, so that is about 3, okay? And we are going to punch. And it goes through very easy. Now, I will say that taking it off, just be kind of careful because I can already tell it wants to take the material with me. But that is not anything that a little smidge of art glitter glue won't take care of. Okay, now we're going to go up through the bottom and do the same thing. Where's my mark? Oh, there it is. All right, so again, and you can do a hole punch and an eyelet. You don't have to do the slot. I like the slot for how it looks, and because it's different. All right, let me kind of, yep, that's about right. And we're gonna punch. And there we have it. Okay, so we have that punch through and that punch through. Now, I'm going to get my chiffon ribbon. That's what I'm using. You can use any kind of ribbon you want. You can use sari silk. You can use whatever. Lace, it doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm going to put this, we're going to put it on the back side. So through, and then I am just going to do this, right? So I want to, whatever. It doesn't want, there we go. Do it that way. For a single signature, this should absolutely be enough to tie it. All right, so I'm trimming that. This goes back up there. And now we are going to poke it through that side. So let me get this kind of straight. So most closures wrap around horizontally. This closure is going to wrap around vertically, right? So when you have it closed, it is going to close it like this. And we are going to put the back on to where it will still slide. So you can slide it up or down. So if I wanted to slide it in like this and tie a bow on the top, I could absolutely do that, right? So I can tie my bow at the top as my closure. I could slide it down and then tie my bow at the bottom, or I can slide it and do it in the middle. But the key to this is, instead of your closure going horizontally around this way, it's going up and down. And so for those of you who like to add lace and stuff on the edge, you like stuff sticking out the edge, this is a good alternative for your closure, because then it won't squish the stuff that you have hanging off the edges. Okay, so make sure that is right. Good to go. Now I'm going to get this, and we are going to, let me straighten this out. This one's to, and it's still going to do that because it's whatever, wider. All right, so we want this to be able to slide, so we're not going to glue this down over the whole thing. Okay, so I am going to put my finger right there and only glue on the sides when she gets hot. I forgot. I should have just left her down for this. But how neat is this idea? I think it's so neat. And again, I'm not saying I invented it. I'm sure that other people have done it. I haven't seen it. But again, that doesn't mean anything, right? Okay, so we have that. And I am going to line it up with the top of that, squish it down. And I'm going to make sure before, all right, so this slides so it's not hindering that at all. And then we can just glue and glue like that. And now, see, it slides. And once you sew in your signatures, it's not going to affect this at all. So that is your closure. And then the only other thing I need to do is put this over the top because I need to cover up some of these little oopses, right? So we're going to glue that down. And Glinda is absolutely perfect for this. This is the stuff Glinda was made for. Not so much my fingers. Alright. Get that good and down. That was a bit much. And really you just need a smidge. You don't need a lot to do this. Now I had other lace or ribbon that I was looking at, but it would have stuck up on the top, which is super cute, but it would have interfered with this type of closure, so I picked something that would not interfere with the vertical closure. I guess that's what I'll call it. Vertical closure. I don't know. Okay, so I need scissors. And we're going to trim that. Okay, I am going to go across the bottom first because in the event that I don't have enough to do the sides, I do have some thinner that looks just like this. I'm just afraid that I'm afraid I don't have enough. And that happens, right? I mean, I kind of pre-measured and I was like, oh, it's going to be kind of close. But I want to get this, you know, top and bottom for sure. And another reason I love using the glue gun is I don't have to wait for this nonsense to dry like you do wet glue. All right, scissors. Stat. Sorry. I watch way too many medical shows. Okay, so if I go here to here, is there enough? Oh my gosh, like so barely. I'm gonna have to kind of pull it tight, right? But I'll make it work. That's what we do. All right, let me get a little bit going right there. So, yeah, that's right. So, butt it right up against there. Where is my... See, the glue sticks to my fingernails, but it doesn't stick to the silicone. All right, let's do a smidge. All right, pull it a little tight so I can make it stretch. Oh, and I can feel I am needing a new glue stick. All right, another glue stick. I just have a drawer full of glue sticks up there because I use Glinda a lot. Okay, so we are going to cut this right there. Now we're going to do a little dab. There we go. All right, I have to flip it because that's just how I roll. But that's pretty. Okay, set you up there. Now I want to make sure that I can get this to stretch. Okay, we're just going to make it work. All right, a little. Get this down. Oh, wrong way. Glad I noticed that. All right, smush, smush. Stretch. The things we do. I mean, I think it's gonna be okay. And honestly, I don't even know. I think this is the front cover, not the back. Okay, I did it. I made it fit. So it is going all the way around and across. Whoop, whoop. Look at that. Okay, so this is the back, because that has the closure. And again, I may put something down the middle. I don't know yet. I don't do that until I start like doing the signatures and stuff on the inside. But this is how this would look. If I can even tie a bow. It's because I have hot glue on my nails and it's catching on that. And no, the hot glue doesn't ruin my nails, it just pops right off. And there we have it. Like, how cute. How cute is that? And this is going to be just fine. It's not going to pull. It's not going to cause issues or anything. There is plenty of leeway for when this gets fuller, right? But I can put my hand in there like that and it's fine. It's not going to pull. It's not going to tear. So yeah, that is the vertical closure. I don't know what else to call it. So there we have it. If you have a better name, or if you know that it's been created and already has a name, leave me a comment. I greatly appreciate it. All right, guys, that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell, follow me in all of the places. And until next time, y'all have a blessed day. Bye.